What's going on, guys? Slinking out here, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing what my opinion is on NBA2K21 Next Gen. I'm going to be speaking about things that I think that they might have done well, and things that I think they definitely need to improve on and change. Maybe some of them might not be possible this year, but definitely for the next year, or else 2K will just die and it will become more and more impossible to play. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to be talking about the direction that I'm going to be going with this channel. So to start off, I'm just going to speak on a couple of things that they did well in my opinion. So first of all, affiliations. I believe bringing that back was a great idea, and taking the affiliations to things like events and being able to earn double rep was a great idea. It brings some competitiveness back to park events and stuff like that. And also the fact that they did fix a lot of the things that were broken at the start of the game, such as chopping and things like interior defense, which has been slightly improved. And there are a lot of more kind of small things that I could say that they did well, but let's be honest, nobody wants to hear about what they did well. 2K doesn't need to hear, they need to hear what they do well, but they need to focus on making sure they keep on improving and not just focusing on, oh, we did this well. So before I completely go into things that I believe need to be fixed, I'm just going to say that I know a game like 2K18 was one of the most disliked when it was out. Like even after people were saying it's one of the worst 2Ks. But I will say I honestly loved that game. Just the fact that I could sit on it for hours, play with all my mates because everyone had the game, and just play park for hours was something that I really enjoyed. So no matter what people might have not enjoyed about the neighborhood, I think that was the first year it was introduced. Yeah, it was, and the maybe bugs that were in the game. Just the fact that I could sit down and play a basketball game for hours with my mates was one of the most enjoyable things for me. So going into that now, I was speak of a couple because I'm not going to go on about every single thing that's wrong with the game. There's a million videos like that. I'm just going to speak about the things that I think kind of impact parts of the enjoyment for me. So the first thing is the city is huge for absolutely no reason. There is so much dead space. Like, think about the space that's in the game. There are 4 city halls, which you have no reason to go to unless you're changing affiliation. Which, if you're like me, from Beast of the East, because I'm from the Asian servers, and it's literally like pretty much the only park that you can play in. And then it resets your app. So why are you going to be going to City Hall and take up so much space just to be playing, just to reset your app, which nobody wants to do? So what they could have done and probably should have done is maybe created one door that you go to where you reset your app. Like, you shouldn't have to go to one of the 4 huge city halls, which are the most useless thing in the game. Which just resets your app, which nobody really wants to do. And also because it's so big, it's like there's no way to just like kind of skip to where you want to go. Like walking, skateboarding, biking is the only way to get around. It's like, why is it so big? They could just cut out so much space and just left the necessities. So like the 2K19 and 20, you could literally walk in a circle and get to every single thing you want to get to. And the next thing I'm going to speak about, it's the only other thing I'll speak about that needs to be improved, in my opinion, is the event center just doesn't work in its current form because of where it is and the fact that it's really hard to know when events are on. So if you think back to 2K 1920, all the events were in the actual park. So if it was on, everyone could play that event. You weren't having to worry about numbers. And something that's obviously a big issue right now is the amount of people that have the game and it being really dead, especially in Asia servers. I'll say that now. Everything I'm saying is Asia servers related with the amount of people. in America and stuff like that, the amount of people in the park might not be affected as much. So the as the park events were actually in the park, everyone knew it was on, even if you didn't know it was going to happen. If you were playing park, you knew that it was going to be on. And this was something that was changed in current gen, like PS4, Xbox One. They changed so that there was an event center which was separate from the park. Um, but that also wasn't as big of an issue on current gen as it was right there. There was a huge tent so that you can see when there is an event on, it is right there, so you can go to that. But on next gen, because they've made 4 parks, they put the event center in the middle, so you can't just see that it's on. Um, and that's the problem with having the 4 parks, is that you kind of can't just put it in the park. So I know affiliation's great and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, right now, especially in Asia, again, I'll say it, events are just dead because people either just want to play normal park, or they don't know it's on because the event schedule is kind of broken, and they kind of put events on when they feel like it. So it's like you put it so people can't see that it's on, and they don't know that it's on, which means that things like, I don't know what's called, the 2K, the Beats one, and games that like there's no dots, you can just get put into a game. Events like you can easily get games in that, but events where you have to wait on dots and are basically a park event, they're just dead and it's impossible to get games. Let alone if you don't have a squad. And so having, if they were to just, while there's a lot less people in the game, having an event center that's hard to know that events are on, it just makes it dead and makes events not fun to play. So they're kind of things that would make the game more enjoyable. But the thing that you can't really be sure of, but it's like pretty sure, is, as I've said before, the people in the game. So I've have like, if you play in Asia servers, there are, I believe, 2 parks. One's normally completely dead and one's always full. So pretty much, if you go on every day, you're going to be playing the exact same people. You're going to be playing the exact same sweats every day. And as a casual player myself, I don't want to be playing sweats every day. I just want to go on, have fun, and be a casual that I am. So things that they've taken away this 2K, which would have made the game be able to be more casual, but also tough while there's not many people in the game. They've taken away the stage, the ante-up. That's a place where tryhard sweats could go. It's more of a competitive scene than just the normal parks. They've taken that away. Another small thing they've done is they don't have the court without a squad spot. So on this game, which a lot of mates don't have yet, you can't just go on and play with randoms because a squad would just come and take the court. So it's a lot harder to get games if you don't have a squad, which is something that, a game that I know a lot of people's friends won't have PS5s yet, is makes it even harder to get games. So the problem, I know I was watching Tyceno stream yesterday, and he was talking about like they literally might need to make the game free just to get people to play the game. And it's true because like you're playing the same people every day, and it's just like you play. It's just, and then after a certain time on Asia servers, the parks are just dead. So like Tyson said, they literally might need to make the game free to liven up the game and make the game more fun. And now I'm going to be moving on to kind of the direction that I'm going to be going with this channel, which I know it's like I've literally posted 2 videos, so I can kind of go any direction I want. But because I did that welcome video where I kind of said what this channel is going to be and kind of goals that I'd set for this channel, I've had to change it because I kind of pigeonholed myself into doing one thing, which was playing park and uploading park videos. So now I'm kind of just not going to do that because with this game, I just can't physically just post park videos. There's not enough content in the game. There's not enough interesting things in the game. If you want to see just basic park content, that'll be on my Twitch where I'll just be playing regular park. but for my YouTube I kind of need to do something which is a lot more fun for me to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is in 2K, I'm going to branch out outside just park. That might be my team, that might be my GM, no, or my NBA this year. Stuff like that, doing rebuilds, might be playing online, just literally anything in the game that might not be park. That doesn't mean there won't be any park in the game, just means I won't strictly be posting park videos. And then the next thing is I am a huge OKC fan, so and I want to be able to talk about NBA. So on this channel, I will be posting kind of news videos and OKC related news and information and game reviews and stuff like that here, just because I love talking about basketball and this is a great spot for me just to share my opinion. A team that's going through a rebuild and is in an interesting spot compared to the NBA, and I know when I watch YouTube I want to find an OKC fan to just listen to their opinion. I know I watch some already, but I just would love to have a spot where I can share my opinion as well. That'd probably be like voiceovers on top of maybe part content. Um, but yeah, it's just a spot where I can speak about NBA, which is my love, which is why I love playing a basketball game. And yeah, that's kind of where I want to go. So there'll be like any 2K content out that I can make or think of, alongside like basketball NBA content that's going on in real life, and just kind of news videos and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my Twitch where I'll be streaming 2K if you want to still see me play 2K, because that would kind of be what I would have uploaded here, just kind of for longer forms. Yeah, thank you.